Welcome to another movie community college documentary, A Sing Thing, starring your favorite YouTuber, The Professor. One of the things that I think is very important for a great story is to have a great villain. Great villains are the backdrop on which our star shines, right? We, as a strong antagonist, it kind of sets the stage for a great story of overcoming. You know, you think of some just recently, Padvamanti, Singh when he played the Sultan of Delhi, great villain. When you think of Heath Ledger as the Joker, great villain. When you think of Jack Nicholson in The Shining,
here's Johnny.
Great villain. All three of those guys, great examples of what a great villain can do for a story. But before all of those guys, there was a guy back in 1975, Gabbar Singh. So we are talking about Gabbar Singh.
यहाँ से 50-50 कोस दूर गांव जब बच्चा रात को रोता है तो माँ कहती है बेटे सो जा नहीं तो गब्बर सिंह आ जाएगा.
Amjad Khan.
मिजाज चाहिए आशिकाना जैसे मेरा बोले तो.
The first of the Khans, right? You think of Bollywood and you get these names of the Khans, and they're kind of the great actors and heroes of Bollywood, and it's Salman Khan and Amir Khan and SRK, Shahrukh Khan. But we don't talk much about Amjad Khan, who was Gabbar Singh. And I think to understand him, we need to start at the beginning. What a lot of people don't know is that he was a really good student. He was born in 1940. He worked his way through school, getting high marks. He was on the student council, I guess is what you would call it now, the student body. He was a student representative. And those things would teach him things. They would help him to understand things. He then becomes a theater actor, and you can see that he carefully is trying to perfect his craft. He wants to be a good actor, and in something happens. Then he gets a couple films that he starts playing in. He then is contacted by Salman Khan. Now, this isn't the Salman Khan that I always hate on. This is the Salman Khan I always hate on's father. And he is working on a movie. He's co-writing a movie, a little film, maybe you heard of it, called Sholay. And he's asked to come in and read for a part of Gabbar Singh. He comes in, he asks a few questions. He wants to know, who is the character? What am I doing?
हमको नहीं पता. हमको कुछ नहीं पता.
He reads from the part, and they have some current concerns about the quality of his voice. Will his voice be loud enough? Is his voice rugged enough to carry this character? And he starts reading a book on bandits. And out of studying this craft, he gets something out of this. He becomes something. He gets an idea of mixing some lexicons, some regional lexicons together, and giving his dialogue in kind of a mixed speech, a mixed slang Hindi speech that becomes quite eerie and becomes quite popular.
ये रामगढ़ वाले अपनी बेटियों को कौन चक्की का पिसा आटा खिलाते हैं रे? चरादारी के हाथ पांव देख, बहुत करारे हैं साले, बहुत करारे हैं.
He goes on to stardom. This film airs, this film is released, and Big B is made as a star. Amjad Khan is made as a great villain, and here you have Sholay.
ये हाथ हमको दे ठाकुर. मुझे दो आदमियों की जरूरत है.
हम काम सिर्फ पैसों के लिए करते हैं.
मुझे गब्बर चाहिए, जिंदा.
आज मेरी पसंदी की इज्जत का सवाल है.
सुअर के बच्चा,
ये हाथ नहीं, फांसी का फंदा है.
गब्बर अब आया, अब आएगा मजा खेल का. जो डर गया समझो मर गया.
Here you have this Indian epic of good versus evil. He begins to personify evil, Indian evil. He is the first example we have of pure Indian evil. I read somewhere that what Darth Vader was to Hollywood, Gabbar Singh is to Indian films.
ये हाथ हमको दे ठाकुर.
And I think that is really true. He is my number one villain of all time when I was working on that list until everybody started hating on me, like the studios, you can't use it. But Gabbar Singh is a great character. You see him in all of his glory. You see him in this great epic tale of good versus evil. Who's going to win? Evil at all cost. Evil that is willing to slaughter children and cut off arms. I mean, you think about, him, Amjad Khan, playing this role, and it is really quite something to behold. He's an epic, dude. He is the villain of villains. And he is such an important character, and I think a big reason why this film, Sholay, is such a hit. Because, again, I think when you use a villain, the more evil and darker they are, it kind of just casts a huge shadow on the movie, and it makes our stars like Big B shine even more. And you see the life and death struggle of this small village with these people who've been terrorized by these bandits. And there's this hope of the outsiders coming. We need to take a commercial break. Let's take our commercial break, and then we'll come back, and I'll tell you a funny story that I heard about Big B and Big B's son and Mr. Khan here. So make sure you pay attention to the ads, come back, and we'll get more into this.
अरे ओ कालिया, गांव से मेरे लिए क्या ला रहे? ये बिस्किट लाया सरदार. अरे ओ सांभा, ये देखा तूने? बच गया. मैंने 1000 बार कहा कि मुझे असली चीज चाहिए. असली चीज, समझे? अब आएगा मजा। ब्रिटानिया ग्लूकोज डी। गांव का हर बच्चा जानता है कि गब्बर की असली पसंद क्या है। असली चीज समझे?
असली ग्लूकोज से भरपूर ब्रिटानिया ग्लूकोज डी, ज्यादा स्वाद, ज्यादा शक्ति।
Well, hey, welcome back to the documentary of Gabbar Singh, A Singh Thing. One of the favorite stories that I read about him is after Sholay, after they had this continued success of Sholay, Big B invited him over to his home. He said, why don't you come over to my house? I want to talk to you. We got some movie projects coming up. And he often played the villain opposite of Big B, which I think is a really kind of cool story. I mean, you look at like the just the impact that Big B has had in movies. The guy is just beyond movie star. He is icon. It almost seems like a understated thing about him, but he's such a big deal in Indian films. And here you have Khan constantly playing his nemesis, which I really, really love. But they tell the story that Big B invited Khan to come over to his house so they could talk about this. They could discuss this. And he pulls up to Big B's estate, and he gets out of the car, and he's walking to the front door, and Big B's little son sees him. And Big B's little son, Little B, freaks out because he thinks Gabbar Singh is coming to the house. Oh no, run, run, run. And he takes off running, and he's terrified that, here we have the most hated villain in all of Indian cinema is at my house. There must be something evil coming my way, which is just completely just completely an awesome story when you think about how good of an actor he was, how crazy the role was. This was, I think, one of the greatest performances of all cinema, not just Indian cinema, of all cinema. And I really got to tell you, I really enjoyed doing this. I enjoyed learning more about him, about Khan. And I think, I've done other videos where I talk about King Khan. Who is King Khan? Well, to me, it's clearly Amjad. He is King Khan. Thank you so much for watching. This has been a Singh Thing. And let me know what other documentaries you'd like me to do. The next one I'm working on is Kings of the East. You're going to want to see that one. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
ये सब चीज़ें हम लोग देखकर पढ़ के पेपरों में उस पर प्लॉट बनाते हैं लोग.
So we are living in a very sick society.
We are not living in a sick society. The whole world today is going through a very sick period. If you take the right from the nuclear and whatever problems you have all over the world, terrorism दुनिया भर में जितनी फैली हुई, the whole world is going through practically a very sick period. It is not only Indian cinema. It is the whole world that is going through a crisis.
क्या मैं अगर ये
उसके बाद मुझे एक पिछले साल 2 साल पहले एक अटैक हुआ था called the Bell's Pulse, which is paralyzes the left side of your face. Any side, it can paralyze the right or left. तो मेरा ये हिस्सा मुंह का पैरालाइज हो गया था. तो 2 महीने 2.5 महीने के लिए I was kept on steroids.
Oh my God.
And when you kept on steroids इतने लंबे पीरियड के लिए,
Oh, for sure.
और फिर आपको मना कर दिया जाए कि आप कसरत मत कीजिए, कुछ मत कीजिए, तो naturally your weight is bound to
चलिए आपकी
increase.
बात मैं समझ गई. मैं अल्लाह ताला से ये दुआ करती हूँ कि आपको बहुत लंबी उम्र दे और बहुत
अच्छी उम्र दे और नेक उम्र दे, बस इसकी दुआ कीजिए. लंबी से क्या करना,
बिल्कुल सही कहा.
कम हो बेशक, लेकिन लोगों के लिए अच्छा हो,
बहुत अच्छा हो.
वो जरूरी. That's Harry Rappers now, folks.